Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. Well, it's early morning, Thursday morning, and it is already 78 degrees. We're headed for 91, 92 today with a heat index of 100 or better. When the rain stopped, the heat got here and the humidity, and it got here in a hurry. Now, the reason I wanted to come to you today about this is I wanted to share with you a product that has helped us out a lot in the hot summertime. Our little house, we have a mobile home. When we moved here after our house burned in Arkansas, and we moved here, the house was set in the cow pasture. We do have some shade trees up along the road, but honestly, the shade in the afternoon is cast this direction, and it doesn't shade any of the house. And so we knew that we were going to have to do something. That first year, that first summer that we experienced living here, it just baked us. And a mobile home is hot anyway, but it's really hot when there's no shade. And we didn't have a covered porch. We didn't have anything. We had a porch, it just wasn't covered, and so all that sun just was beating in. And on the inside of the house, you could get a hold of the front door, you know, put your hand up against it, and it was hot. And you could feel anybody that sat on this side of the living room. My living room goes from the front of the house, goes to the back. I have a big living room, and so you can sit on the west side or you can sit back on the east side. Well, in the afternoon, if you sat on this west side, you were just cooking in there. It was really hot. So we knew we had to come up with some things, and so the first thing that we did was we got that little porch covered, and that took some of the heat off of the front door, but all of our windows are still exposed to the sun. And so we knew that we were going to have to do some more things, and of course we have plans to build a porch around the rest of the house, and that will alleviate a whole lot more of the problem. But for cost effect, the next step that we took was we planted a row of maple trees out from where our porch is going to be. We planted 4 maple trees, and they're getting bigger. They're starting to help with the shade. They're not quite there yet as far as really being able to shade, but they're doing, you know, they're helping some. So I have the porch, I have the maple trees. Then we decided that out at the road where we have a big mature walnut tree, the big mature maple tree that shades that way, we thought, well, we need to try to get some stuff this way. We don't really have a lot of room to plant any more big shade trees up by the road. We did plant an oak tree, but we planted it last year, so you know it's going to be a while before an oak tree really provides a lot of shade. And then going on that way, on the other side of the house by the road, we have some more of our apple trees and another maple tree. So we're trying to build some lines of defense here, so to speak, but we still had an issue. So we did some searching, and we decided to get window shades for the house. Now on the inside the house, I have blinds and curtains on all the windows, and we keep those closed in the summertime because just that thing, the sun just bakes us if we don't. Still, with all of that, it was still the air conditioning unit was having to work round the clock. No matter what we did, we have fans running, we have ceiling fans running. It's just a mobile gets hot. So Howie found some shades, and I'm going to talk about these shades that are on these windows behind me, and but this is our third set of shades. The first set of shades that we had, they were pretty. They were green. That's my favorite color, hunter green. Well, I like all green except lime green, but these shades were hunter green, and so I really liked them. It matches our roof color. And but they just didn't hold up. They had a chain that you pulled to open and close the blind, but it was made out of plastic, and after a season, they just really became brittle and broke. Well, then you didn't have a way to raise and lower the blind, the shade. And then they were made out of material that just did not hold up. They served a purpose for a season, but they didn't hold up. And so we went to the next set of blinds, and it had a big rope on it, that, or two really, that went around the blind. And when you pull it, it rolls the blind up in those ropes. Well, then the problem with that one was the rope on the side, you had to attach it and wrap it around like just this big row of rope on the side of your house, and they weren't sturdy. They didn't last. They were made, they kind of look like a bamboo shade, and they just didn't hold up. So we searched again, and Howie found the shades that we have on our house now. And I'll tell you the brand name of them. I'm not, they don't sponsor us. We're not, you know, we're not tied to them in any way other than we have some experience with these shades. And if you have the same problem that I have, that you need to get some shade on your house, or maybe your carport, or your sun porch, or whatever, these shades work really well. The name brand, or the brand name, is Coolaroo. That's cool, C-O-O-L-A-R-O-O, all one word, Coolaroo. And they, you know, they're not cheap. I think they start at about $60 and go up depending on the size of windows that you have or the space that you're wanting to shade. But this will be our third summer with them. They show no wear and tear. They are easy to use. They don't have a chain. They don't have ropes. They have a handle that you use to crank it with. Now, these are supposed to be 90% UV protection. They're breathable fabric. You can see out when you are in the house and you hear, you know, someone drives up or something, you can look out the window and you can see who that person might be, or, you know, who's at your home. But of course, it's like a muted vision. You know, you're not really able to see clearly, but you can see if someone's there. Let me check my note here so I can get, they're weather resistant. They are, they resist mold, mildew, and they don't fade. Now, like, this is our third year, and I'll show you a close-up in a minute so that you can really see. I've had no mold issues. I've not had to scrub them down and try to get mold off of them. No mildew. They're the same color that they were when we got them. All of the windows, the shades are the same color. The only thing that's not weather resistant is the handle, and it cranks to roll it up or down, and then you take the handle out and you store it until the end of season, when you want to roll them back up, and you get the shades rolled up or rolled down, whichever way that you want to do it. But you don't want to leave the handle on there. So it's also safe for your kids. You don't ever have to worry about little ones getting over by it and getting choked by the strings or the rope that's on the blinds. So anyway, I'm gonna give you a close-up of this, and I had to come out and roll one of them back up so that I could show you how easy it is to roll up and roll down. And Blade's gone to work this morning, and I'm 5'4", and I'm standing on the ground, so the windows are taller, pardon me, than what it would be if you were standing on your porch. So I had to get here by this gravel pile so that I can stand on the gravel to be able to operate that the hand crank, so that you can see how easy it is. But just know that you guys won't be in the same situation that I'm in. Standing on this gravel pile so that I can reach this, and you'll see that this handle is attached at the top, and I'll show you a close-up view of it in just a minute so you can see the top of it. But it's in its little well sitting up there, and the handle bends like this, so it's easy for you to crank it. And so you're simply just go up, you know, or down with it. And so I'm going to close this one down, This is my bedroom window. Now, I can't remember if I've told you this or not already, but in the house, when you have these blinds closed, especially if you have blinds and curtains on your inside windows, your house on the inside is going to be shady. It's not going to be light. And you're wanting this UV protection and to keep that out of the house. Now, I'm going to crank this down and show you how this attaches here. You see these little attachments, and they are stretchy, and they just slip right into this little thing that's attached to the side of the house. And I'll do that one on that side too. But then you're simply going to readjust it so that it fits snug on there. So let me get this done, and then I'll show you a close-up of all of these parts of this. Okay, I got it attached on that side of the window as well, and I can tell, see, it's really loose, and I don't like that. When it rains, when we get breeze, and in Oklahoma we get a lot of wind, we get a lot of breeze, and so you're going to hear this. Plus, I don't think it's good for your blind. All this noise right here will drive you crazy on the in the house in the night if you get a storm or anything like that. So what I like to do is once I get both sides set, then I like to fix it where it's nice and snug. Now, I don't do it so much that it's really putting a strain on those, but there it is up tight against the window. And then you're simply going to take this out. I say simply, but remember, I have trouble because I'm short. There. So I take this out and I store it for the season, because this is not, they don't claim for this to be weather resistant. Now I'm going to come up and give you a close-up of the blind so that you can see it. This will be the third season, and you can see how the blind is holding up, and I'll give you a close-up look at these attachments. This is the attachment right here, and you simply just, now I've already tightened mine back up, but this is stretchy. See that? It's stretchy, and it has this little adjustment thing right here, and so you have this little part here that's attached, this holder that's attached to the house, and you just slip that knob in there and it's attached. It's that easy. Here is the place at the top of the blind where the handle goes in, and it just simply goes in that little hole right there, and it does you twist the handle, raise it up and down, and then remove the handle. This is the third year, this will be our third season that we've used this, and I'll just give you this little close-up here. There's no wear and tear on this. Is the bottom of the shade where the bar is and where it attaches to the house. There's no wear and tear on this anywhere at all. I'm not seeing any stress. The little cables, they still look nice. It looks nice at the top. There's no rips, there's no snags, there's no fading. And so I think this is a win for me. And am I going to win any kind of House Beautiful awards this summer with my windows covered like this? No. And that's not really the objective. The objective is to try to save myself a little bit of money on my utility bills and save wear and tear on my air conditioning unit. If you've put in an air conditioning unit anytime in the recent past, you know that things are more expensive than ever. And I lost my air conditioning man. Now my son, he's an air conditioning guy, so he can help if I have any kind of problems. But you know, that was a worry that I didn't have to worry about before. Howie took care of all that. So I want to be responsible and stay ahead of any kind of problems that I might have, and try to be as frugal as I can be and save money on my electric bill and the wear and tear on the unit. Well guys, I know that this is probably not one of the most interesting videos, simply looking at a brown shade on a brown house. But I thought if some of you are in the same position that I'm in, have the same issues that I have in regards to being able to help things along, keep it a little bit cooler in your house and save a little money, then I thought perhaps that you would like to see this. Again, this product is called Coolaroo. I got mine off of Amazon. You might try it and see if it helps you out. And anyway, guys, this is Josie with Cedar Creek Homestead. I love y'all, and I hope you have a good day today, and try to stay cool. Until next time, we're gone.